7 heroes, all of them can be quite strong and unstoppable sometimes, so let me tell you how you can counter each one of them, starting with the Barbarian King. So some things that can counter him are stuns from the Musketeer or the E-Wiz, slows from the Ice Wizard, and dissipate from the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Magic Archer, so he cannot get his super as quickly, and a Giant Skeleton for the stuns and the tank, the Wizard so he can damage nearby minis, and some burst damage from stuff like the Spirit Goblin and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. So the Barbarian King will just die before he has a chance of getting a super. Next, the Archer Queen. You want to use some clash ability minis such as the Bowler, the Miner, the Prince to disrupt the Archer Queen placement, so the Archer Queen cannot be protected as nicely, and the Golden Giant's second star can be pretty useful against the Giant Skeleton, so the melee minis get healed and they can continue to attack the Archer Queen. Next, we got the Archer, which can attack the Archer Queen as she's usually placed at the back, and you can also place some stuff on the clam tile in the shipwreck map. That will be pretty useful too. You also get some block abilities like the P.E.K.K.A. second star, the Shield Maiden, and the Knight's first star. These can tank the Archer Queen's super and her attacks, and you also got some just tanks in general such as the Guard, which can do the same. Next, the Shield Maiden. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. Dissipate is especially useful here because she's usually the tank and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. will just target her. And you can also try to prioritize some 2 damage minis because these minis can go through the Shield Maiden's shield, her super, and the E-Wiz and the Wavemaster stun can also stop her from activating her super, and the counters to Shield Maiden are actually quite similar to the Barbarian King as well. Next, we got the Countess. The Musketeer and the Giant Skeleton are very useful against her because of the stuns, and the Ice Wizard third star is really useful too because it will freeze the Countess as the Countess teleports to him. Next, we got the Witch, which can keep the Countess very occupied, and the Monk can one-shot the Countess, which is very useful. The Spirit Goblin first star for those burst damage. Yep, there is a lot of counters to the Countess. I mean, else what should be called the Countess? No? Okay, moving on. To counter the Monk, you want the Giant Skeleton, so the Monk can get stunned, can get damaged when the Giant Skeleton releases his bomb, and the Musketeer, the Ice Wizard, the Electro Wizard, or really any other ranged troop are really valuable because the Monk cannot heal to get to them, so they can just destroy the Monk pretty easily. And once again, the Witch can be pretty useful because the Monk can waste his super on the skeletons, and the Knight's second star, the Mocking Clash ability, is very useful too, to taunt the Monk at the start of the battle. Next, the Royal Champion. The Shield Maiden is a great counter, but also the Golden Giant's first star is too, because in that case, the Golden Giant will get healed when the Royal Champion releases a super to him. And you also want to bait her supers almost, so to make sure that she does not get her continued supers, make sure your minis at the front have enough HP to absorb that 4 damage from the super, so the Royal Champion can't just chain forever. Lastly, the Wavemaster is actually pretty hard to counter because his supers are quite random, but you can do stuff like baiting his super with the Musketeer, so the Wavemaster will go to the Musketeer in his super instead of some other damage dealing long range minis you don't want touched, such as the Dark Goblin. And the Golden Giant's first star is pretty useful too, because as I said with the Royal Champion, that means the Golden Giant can get healed whenever the Wavemaster supers to him, and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Dissipate is also obviously very useful, so the Wavemaster cannot get his super in the first place. So, which hero are you struggling the most against, and did this video help? Tell me in the comment section below, and if this video hits 50 likes, I will do another video talking about how to use the heroes instead. Okay, after watching this video, the next step is to know what the strongest heroes are in the meta right now, and prepare your minis to counter those heroes. And you can know that by watching this video right here of a tier list.